Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Eaton, and today we're going to be taking a look at the newly refreshed 2025 Ford Explorer. This particular one here is the Ford Explorer ST, the most powerful version of the Explorer that you can buy. And as you can tell, this one looks like it's ready to go anywhere at any time. Now, with that being said, this one here is pretty unique in the fact that it has 20-inch wheels. It does have a very unique interior, as well as what's under the hood is pretty impressive. A huge thank you to Bob Thomas Ford, which is a part of the Thomas Auto Group here in McKinney, Texas, for giving me some time with this one today. Starting off here in the front, as you can see, you do have a very nice and unique grille. This being the ST model, you do get it blacked out with your ST badge to the bottom right, and of course your Explorer script on top of the hood. As you can see over here, you do have LED daytime running lights with LED headlamps, and of course this does come standard with LED fog lamps. As you can see, in unique ST fashion, we have unique wheels, and these are Pirelli Scorpion Zero tires, measuring 275 45R21s all the way around. As you can see, as we make way to the door handle, this vehicle does have a smart key access system, via having, of course, the key fob in my pocket. So if you want to go in and out, it's going to allow you to do that very easily. And to do that, just make sure with the key in your pocket, you come to the door handle. When you put your hand in there, there's a sensor that will indicate unlocking, and the mirrors will fold out. And to lock the vehicle, just simply tap it right here. The vehicle will lock, and the mirrors will fold back in. The exterior color of this one is finished off in Carbonized Gray Metallic. With the Space Gray ActiveX interior. Coming to the door panel, as you can see, you do have some hard touch material up here as expected. But as we make way down here, you do have some of that soft touch material, which is nice. You have red stitching, which complements the door panel as well, which is pretty cool. You kind of have this aluminum look right here, which is very nice. You have an aluminum door handle. You have your unlock and lock switches here, as well as 3-person memory seating. You also have your power windows, your power mirrors, and of course the controls for your power mirrors, and your child door lock right there. This being the ST model, it does come with a Ford Performance kick plate, which is pretty cool. To start the vehicle up, all you have to do is just have the key fob on you, put your foot on the brake, and hit the button to go. Very nice. As you can see, this is an all-new, refreshed vehicle, so not only does the exterior get an update, but the interior gets an update as well. Starting off here, we're going to go ahead and go over the steering wheel, which is pretty nice and unique. It's a fully leather-wrapped steering wheel, also rack and pinion powered. You have paddle shifters on both sides of the steering wheel, and you do have a little rev limiter right there, which looks pretty cool too. To your left, you do have some buttons, as well as to the right. Left is going to have some safety features, as well as your cruise control, as well as some buttons for your audio. To your right, you're going to have your hands-free telephone and Bluetooth, as well as controls for the menu right up there. As you can see, we're welcome to a fully digital display. As you can see, to your left, you're going to have your tachometer. To your right, you're going to have your speedometer, and right in the middle is going to be your little information system. So as you can see, it's going to show you some things as of right now, such as your average fuel economy, as well as what's playing on the radio. To the left is going to be your compass, and to the right is going to be the exterior temperature. With that said, using this little area here, we're going to go over what is in here. So with that said, let's zoom in. And starting off here, as you can see, like I mentioned, we are looking at the average fuel economy for this vehicle so far, as well as what's playing on the radio. You're going to go through your main menu, which includes My View. So My View, of course, is where we're at right now. Your trip and fuel information for trip 1. As you can see, your average fuel economy, your elapsed time, as well as your distance on trip 1, as well as on trip 2. Status/information. So status information is going to give you information about things like your seat belts, trailer light status, temperature gauges, and off-road status. Vehicle maintenance, such as oil life, as well as tire pressure. Audio, you're going to have FM radio, AM radio, Sirius XM radio, Bluetooth audio, news, Apple CarPlay, and Android Auto. Phone, obviously you'd have to connect your phone via Bluetooth to the vehicle, and you can change your speedometer to reflect it in kilometers per hour. Pretty nice. Alrighty. Coming along here, you're going to have a completely new display for 2025. This is going to be a more vertical display, which to me I kind of like a little more versus the horizontal display that was in the previous pre-refreshed model for 24. And as you can see, it's a little more laid out in my opinion. So starting off here, obviously this vehicle does have your dual zone climate control, which as you can see there looks pretty nice. You're also going to have your heated seat function. You also have your cool seat function, heated seat function, automatic air conditioning, and of course your heated steering wheel function there. This is going to be your fan speed right here, where you can adjust it going this way or going that way. Auto air conditioning, 3 stages for that, of course. Fan positioning, max air conditioning. That's going to be for more. That's going to be recycling, as well as you want if you want the AC system on or off. And of course, you do get the same settings here: cooled, heated, and automatic air conditioning for the front passenger. As you can see, we're taking a look at a split screen setup here, such as your navigation here, your source here, as well as your phone little area right there. To the left of that, you're going to have your elapsed time, your current time, and as well as a couple of shortcut buttons. So let's go to the home page, and this is the home page, which is pretty cool. We go to the vehicle. So you're going to have things such as ambient lighting, hill descent control, seats, valet mode, vehicle status, and settings. So let's say you want to change ambient lighting, you can just go to the ambient lighting setting, and you have different colors that you can choose from, which look pretty cool. And of course, while I'm doing this, it's going to either brighten the, I don't know if you guys can clearly see that, but it's going to brighten or dim the light that comes in each area where the ambient lighting is supposed to be. So that's pretty cool to see. You're going to have hill descent control, you can turn that on. Seats, of course, you can do a massage function in here. You can adjust the seat positioning and all that stuff through in here as well, which is pretty cool. You do have vehicle status, such as your tire pressure and oil life, like we just talked about. You have your valet mode. So it says here, valet mode lets you lock the center screen before you leave your vehicle. You can choose a different PIN each time you turn valet mode on. The same PIN must be entered to disable valet mode and unlock the system, as well as settings. So settings is going to be very comprehensive, and so with that said, we're going to spend some time with that. Starting off here with sound settings, you can adjust the tone, balance and fade, speed, compensated volume, your different type of sound modes, so in this case stereo or surround, volume settings, which is pretty cool. Go ahead and try and bring this down here for you guys a little bit. Ringtones as well as notification sounds. You have Bluetooth. Connect to Bluetooth, of course. You have to do that with your phone and in the vehicle. Your driver's assistance settings, such as your adaptive cruise control, speed limit assist, lane keeping system, a pre-collision assist, which of course is going to be set to warning, braking, and steering, as well as a rear view camera display. You'll also have your blind spot information system, rear cross traffic alert, reverse brake assist, as well as driver alert. And of course, you can enable or disable those particular assistant features if you want to. Coming to the vehicle, you can adjust your idle, rear occupant alert, lighting, easy entry and exit, key detection alert. Remote start setup, windows, wipers, power liftgate, locks, mirrors. And that is it for that. The system, of course, you're going to have system update, languages and input, units, time, storage, as well as about. Okay. Profile. So profile name, profile avatar, link profile, security, as well as accounts. Display, you can have a touchscreen beep on or off, touchscreen brightness offset, your different modes right here, which of course you can have auto mode, light mode, or dark mode. Theme, you can change it from blue to, let's say you want to go copper, you can do that. And then if you want to change that to green, give me 1 second. There you go. Go right back up to blue. Okay. Network and internet allows you to, of course, connect the Wi-Fi into the vehicle, of course. In this case, if you have a Wi-Fi hotspot, it's going to allow you to do that, of course. You also have telematics, which controls the vehicle's cellular and Wi-Fi connections for services and software updates if available. You also have 911 assist. That, of course, attempts to call emergency services using a paired and connected phone if a crash is detected. You have Assistant in Voice. So this, of course, is going to be Google Assistant based, which is cool. Use text from screen allows the Assist app to access the screen contents as text, or use Screenshot, which allows the Assist app to access image of the screen. Location, you can use the location, which says allows access to the vehicle's location, recent location request, app level permissions, as well as share location with Ford. You have notifications here. So all your notifications that have come into the vehicle is going to show you all that stuff, of course, and you can disable the notifications if you want. And then privacy, such as microphone, which controls app access to microphone, location control app to access to locate your location, and all that different important information there. And of course, you can manage your data that you share with Google as well. So that's pretty nice to see. You have security, such as a profile lock. You can clear your credentials, which in this case says remove all certificates. You can do a security update to the latest update in the vehicle. Accessibility, you can of course turn on caption preferences if you want. Different apps, in this case, apps that you've opened up. You can view all the apps that you have in the vehicle. You have permission manager, you have your default apps for assistant and more. Unused apps, performance impacting apps, as well as special app access. And Google. So Google, in this case here, is going to allow you to kind of go through all the services such as ads, Google Assistant, Password Manager, or in this case, you can send feedback to Google. And that's pretty much a comprehensive look of how the settings for each category works in the 2025 Ford Explorer. And then we come down here, This is going to be every single app that you have in this vehicle currently available, such as Maps, Google Play Store, Google Assistant, phone, AM, FM, Sirius XM radio, Bluetooth audio, messages, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, towing, hotspot, owner's manual, software updates, settings, games, Google News, as well as YouTube. So that's going to be Profile 1, which is pretty nice. And as we come to the map here, is going to give a full, unique, and pretty nice display of the navigation system. It is Google based. Of course, you have little shortcut buttons here, such as settings, your audio, your different audio settings, such as you can mute it, alerts only, or unmute the entire thing. You have your compass down here. You can zoom in, you can zoom out. It gives you a very detailed picture of this of the area itself. You have little shortcuts here, such as a gas station, where do you want to go and eat, so different restaurants, grocery stores, as well as whether you want to get a cup of coffee. Over here is going to be for your profile, and then of course you have some other little things here as well. So notifications, your connection for your for the system, as well as your navigation, which is pretty nice. Coming down below that, as you can see, we have a nice set of vents, and then you have physical buttons such as your auto stop start system, parking brakes, hazard lights, a camera, which of course is going to allow you to see pretty much a good distance as far as what we're looking at right now, and the quality is quite nice. You also get a 360-degree view camera in this vehicle as well. Of course, you also have kind of an overview of the where you're parked, basically, which is cool. You have a split screen view. You have a camera for your tow hitch, as well as a full view as well, which is pretty nice. You do have traction control off, and of course this, not entirely sure what this button is, but of course it's on at the current moment. You do have a wireless charger where you can charge your phone, a little storage area where you can put your phone. You have this red stitching that comes along through here, signifying that this is the ST model. As you can see, this vehicle does come with a 10-speed automatic transmission, as you can see right there. Like we just talked about, this is the vehicle in reverse, which is pretty cool. You have an electronic parking brake right here, which is nice. Your different drive modes right here, which brings us back up here to the fully digital gauge cluster. So you have several different drive modes, such as normal for balanced everyday driving, slippery, wet, icy snow roads, trail, light off-roading, eco for efficient driving, sport for spirited on-road driving, tow haul mode for trailering and heavy payload, and that's it. So we now go back to normal, as you can see there. You have two cup holders here. You have a nice storage area right here with a USB port right over there, and one USB-C and one regular USB port there. You can close this up, of course, to make it look a little nicer. Coming over to the glove compartment here, you have a very decent amount of storage space, which is very nice, as well as a set of two USB-C ports right here. And of course, you have a little storage area that you can put some small items as well. Coming up here, as you can see, you have your standard mirror. You're going to have your sunglass holder right there. You're also going to have your controls for the lights inside of the vehicle, your vent for the sunroof, as well as to open and close it. You have a 3-person garage home link system right here, which is pretty helpful. You also have a visor with LED lights. And that's pretty much it, guys, as far as a look at the dashboard of the 2025 Ford Explorer. Overall, My first impressions of the new Explorer is that it's pretty impressive, and so far I'm liking what I'm seeing. Coming over here, you do have some extra controls. In this case, this is going to be for your area here to open up the cargo, the trunk. This is going to be to open the trunk. You're going to have all your lights, all your controls for your headlights and fog lights, and of course this is going to brighten up or dim the gauge cluster, which is pretty nice. And of course, right over here, you have a Bang & Olufsen sound woofer, which is pretty cool. With that said, guys, let's go ahead and let's check out the rest of this vehicle. Materials do carry into the second row of the Ford Explorer ST. As you can see, you do have some of that suede material in here, which is very nice and soft and comfortable. You do have the leather outskirts here, or not outskirts, but kind of the outer portion is in leather, which is nice. You also have that red stitching that follows through, which is pretty cool. As you can see, we also have two seat pockets, one on both sides. You're going to have two different controls for your air conditioning, one being your fan speed, the other being adjustment for your temperature, positioning, whether you want the air conditioning on or off. You also have heated rear seats back here. You have two USB-C ports and a standard 110 volt power outlet. And of course, here's a look at the third row of the Ford Explorer ST. You have your Easy Fuel capless fuel filler and an illustration of how to use it. As you can see, the new Explorer does have LED taillights, as well as the ST badging on the bottom right. As you can see, it opens up automatically. As you can tell, you do have a pretty good amount of room, and this is going to obviously increase as you fold the seats down. So like we were doing before, as you can tell, you use these straps to pull these headrests flat, and as you can tell, you should be able to actually fold these down pretty easily. So let's see here. You just have to push this button actually, and it will fold them pretty flat, as you can see. And then here goes the other one. And as you can tell already, we're looking at around 47.9 cubic feet of space. I'll try and focus the camera here so you guys can see it. You have 47.9 cubic feet of cargo space, which is pretty good. And of course, if you want to, you can go ahead and fold down. Hold on. Or in this case, just use the buttons here to pull them back up. But with that said, if you were to fold down the second row, that will increase cargo space to 87.8 cubic feet, which is pretty good for a mid-size 3-row SUV. And of course, when you're done, use this button here to close the cargo area. Use this button here to close the cargo area, and it will also lock the vehicle. You also have quad exhaust outlets in the back as well, which look pretty cool. You have gloss black mirror covers with your LED turn signals on them. All right, everybody. Here's a look at what's under the hood of the 2025 Ford Explorer ST. It's going to be a 3-liter turbocharged V6. It produces 400 horsepower and 415 pound-feet of torque. Fuel economy is also decent as well, but as you can see, this vehicle is running pretty smoothly at the moment. All right, everyone, this has been pretty fun, and I will tell you, the 2025 Explorer is something to get yourselves into if you're looking for a pretty nice three-row SUV. The Ford Explorer has been the best-selling three-row SUV since it came out back in 1993, which means now it's in its 32nd year of being one of the most popular selling SUVs in North America. As you can tell, with flavors such as the XLT, the Platinum, or even the Sporty ST that we're looking at here, there is certainly a trim level for everyone. So with that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this walk around and tour of the 2025 Ford Explorer ST, finished off in carbonized gray metallic with this space gray ActiveX heated interior. Until next time, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.